Hello everyone, this is Maureen and I am back to show you one of the mosaic blankets that I am doing for 2025. Now this one is called the Aztec and you will find a link to all of the blankets that I am doing down in the description box. I decided this year, for those of you that are here for the first time, that I was going to work on 4 different blankets, and that way I could rotate them through each week. And this is my week to show you the progress on the Aztec. But before I get to that, let me say thank you to each and every one of you that stop by every week to not only see my progress, but to look at the colors that I chose and to maybe just sit back with a sip of coffee or tea or maybe just some water and take a load off your feet for a moment. I truly have enjoyed this adventure in rotating through each week because you know me, I don't like to make blankets, but I have fallen in love with the idea of doing mosaics because folks, the design changes. And even in designs that may not be all that difficult, if you take the opportunity to mix colors or, alternate between a solid and a variegated or do it all in an ombre, it doesn't matter. I feel like that mosaics tell a story. And so in doing that, for me, who gets bored very easy by doing the same thing over and over again, the idea of the mosaic blankets, even the very simple ones, give me a way of being creative, like I said. So anyway, let me remind you of what the pattern looks like. Now, when you go to look at this pattern, this is put out by Nikki's Homemade Crafts. It is, she only did hers in 2 colors. Well, you know me, I have to be different. But anyway, I wanted to show you the whole design of the Aztec. Let me move it up there just a little bit so that you can see it. Now, my progress is right above this peak here. So I'm right along in here. So, and as I said, hers, you can tell just by the shading here, is in 2 different solid colors. She chose a very pretty gold color and then kind of a, best way I can describe it is a muted brown, which means that it's not dark, it's not medium, it's not light. I mean, it's just kind of hard to describe, but that gold that she put in there to make the design here just really pops. Well, I'm going to remind you of the 2 colors that I chose. Now, both of these are from Hobby Lobby. This is just a beautiful, beautiful teal color, because teal is one of my favorite colors. And then I chose the print Dakota, because as you can see, this teal color here really does come out when it's up against this Dakota color. And in fact, folks, it really does not fade in or break up the pattern that much at all, because as you can tell here, the colors are not, they change frequently enough to where they don't, as I said, which you'll see here in just a minute, the stitches don't blend so much into the background. I'm so sorry. It seems like that I can remember to turn a lot of things off, but Messenger is one of those things you just can't take care of. Anyway, as I was getting ready to say, let me show you my progress. Now, this is through 28 rows. Let me find where the pattern here repeats because I wanted to show you. You would think I'd have had this folded correctly. There we go. That's where I wanted it, right there. Now, I know you've already seen just me flip-flopping things around here. Ah, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Here we go. So there is the design. And this is the repeat from side to side. Now, did I not do good? I love these color choices, folks. And as you can see, like I said, the teal part from the pattern, the Dakota, when I've been working up the stitches so far, folks, just very, very, very seldom does it fade into the background where you lose the pattern. I am really excited about this. Now, there are only 72 rows, I believe, and I'm already at row 28 with this. So I'm kind of thinking that I might, depending on how square it looks, okay, I might add a little bit more to it. Because, I mean, the pattern itself, when you look at it, see, when you look at it, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I went ahead and took this piece here, flipped it, and put it up here? I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to have, I mean, because this does show it in a blank, I mean, in a rectangular size. I just don't know yet. I'm going to have to wait and see whenever it gets completely finished if I like the size of it or not. Or, my husband made this observation as well. I can always just take maybe out this little middle piece here and maybe bring it down here and here. I mean, I don't know, but it is such a pretty, pretty pattern. There are so many things that you can do with it. I've even just kind of been playing with the idea of maybe making a matching pillow to go with it. But of course, I'd want to use maybe a two-weight so that it wouldn't be quite so bulky as this is. But I do love the pattern, and I got to tell you, folks, I've already been looking at some other color blendings that I want to put together to make another one. But I'll just have to wait and see how big it's going to be. Another thing I have already decided too, with this being, with that Indian style, I don't believe I'm going to sew in my ends. I do think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the edges here. I'm just going to go back in and fill it in with just a little bit more fringe here and maybe, even it up, of course. I don't want a long fringe, but I really do think that that's what I want to do to give it that true Indian feel to it. So still just some thoughts floating around in my head as to what it is, I might do. But I can't say it's my favorite. Oh, I probably could say it's my favorite, but it's mainly because of the colors. I just really have fallen in love with the choices I made for this one. But I don't know, folks. I mean, I love each one of the blankets that I've chosen for 2025 so far. I really have been enjoying them. But I'll just have to wait and see. Maybe as I get closer to the end, when they really truly start getting to that point of being finished off, I can tell you which one my absolute favorite is of these choices. But speaking of favorites, which one do you like the best so far? I would really like to know. So leave me a comment down in the comment section. If you haven't seen all of them, be sure you take just a moment and go check out the other videos that started for 2025 and then give me an update. Let me know which one you like the best so far. Until then, let me just remind you, please take just a moment to hit that little like button. If you're not a subscriber, I do hope that you will join, if nothing else, just to watch my progress and maybe pick up some ideas of your own if you like doing mosaics. Until tomorrow, folks, let me always remind you to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light they're waiting to see. I love you guys. Later.